It's Week 12 of the 2025 season, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 80 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for. Right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in. Didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
On the return, Deontay Hardy. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cam Smith taking him down on the corner blitz. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodriguez. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially up in field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. They geared up.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, no, I got to challenge that one.
That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even
So for the new people watching, Joel Stallworth, my starting quarterback, he's in his 2nd season. I drafted him in the 1st round out of Arkansas. So he comes from an SEC school. And my tight end number 0, I drafted him out of Penn State in the 1st round a few years ago. And he developed into a superstar.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the
This guy Foster I'm controlling right now. Because in this league, if you want to win any big games, you got to have a really good edge rusher.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands.
And I also developed my middle linebacker, number 52, into an X-Factor player. So none of these players did I trade for, and I developed the rookies. Our first year, we had one of the worst records in the league. Our 2nd year, we made it to the playoffs. We ended up getting the number 1 seed. And our starting quarterback got hurt over the game right before the playoffs. So I ended up going into the playoffs with a backup quarterback. But our defense led us all the way to the Super Bowl, and we lost to Patrick Mahomes.
The Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run here with Rodriguez. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hey, God. Slim Shady.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now a run with Rodriguez to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was.
I'm about to bring our big back in here. Carlos Dunlap, our rookie.
Big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
18 Cardinal. Panther 11. Panther 11.
2nd and 6. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
There you go, Carlos. Drop that hat.
Just shy of the 20. They had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
I drafted him, I think in like the 5th round or 4th round. Maybe it's the 3rd out of Mississippi State. So he's a big power back. Trying to develop him. Feed him down in these red zone situations.
On 1st down, Dunlap. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Dunlap. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Convict.
But it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than half.
Hey, Cam, why don't you scout players more, man, and try to draft yourself some rookies and develop those players into some superstars? Like, why don't you do stuff like that?
Towards 100 here. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Callahan. And it's incomplete.
Good play, boy. Way to lay that hat.
Another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
You do? So you draft people and you develop them? Since when?
First touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great corner.
Man, Jalen Waddle's just too fast for my defensive back.
And get into the end end zone.
It usually involves a little bit.
But yeah, since when, Cam?
You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now.
Yeah, man, it just feels good to draft my own, player that's kind of like C.J. Stroud, A rookie coming out of college. Yeah, that Texas T, But yeah, so my running back, number 23, Chris Rodriguez, whenever I first got here as the head coach, he was a backup running back. And I like what I seen from him. I liked how elusive he is. I like how he breaks tackles. And I was like, man, I'm going to develop this guy. So I ended up developing him. And he made a lot of plays in his first year. So I ended up trading our starting running back and developing this player. Like Chris Rodriguez started off at like 67 overall.
For essentially 2 weeks.
And so I got him all the way up to where he is now, man. Number 0, Diego Cruz. He's the best player on our entire offense, other than, obviously, Terry McLaurin, superstar wide receiver. I should have brought in my big back right there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about
Let's go. It's 1 yard. Let's go.
pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the
Let's go.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down.
All right. 2-minute offense.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz.
Oh, my God. I thought that was pass interference.
zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 1st and 10 here. And, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Chris Rodriguez.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Rebuilding the Commanders, man.
Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
Yeah, when's the last time you did a realistic rebuild, man? What happened to Garoppolo? What happened to little Garoppolo, man? Because I noticed you were doing one. Where you were doing like me. You play with the shitty team, and you suffer with them for a whole season. And you scout draft players, you scout players, and you try to get the top pick in the draft, And you hope they're an X Factor or a superstar. When you gonna start your realistic rebuild channel? That's the only thing I care about, honestly. If it's fake, I don't want to watch it. I want to see that real. I want to see you go to a team and change the whole dynamic.
That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A final shot before break. Callahan. A quick throw there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
When you gonna do it, Ken?
Out on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing. Right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he gets us to the other side.
Diego Cruz is a fucking man. I drafted him at number 4 overall in the draft.
Have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I'm about to put my rookie in. Let Carlos Dunlap.
Over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Up the middle they go. Dunlap. And he is going to be stopped.
Come on, Carlos, man. Run forward. Don't start all that side running shit.
Second down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Patterson.
Man, let's go, man.
Send this one away.
We're not playing this year. This year is our year. 3 times the charm.
Just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
As you can see here, I got a rookie defensive tackle called Allen. He's a rookie. That's how I'm trying to develop him right now into a big monster.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now HN on 1st and 10 to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Operating from the gun. Callahan. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Callahan. Open man is Waddle, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, we got to sack this dude. He's just picking us apart now.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So illegal touching, Charles.
Oh, he must have pushed off.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You'd expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Raheem Foster, the 2nd-year man, with his 2nd sack of the game. Let's go. I forgot where I drafted him from.
Looking to throw. Callahan.
Oh my God. Cameron Curl. Interception. He's making his case for the Defensive Player of the Year. And that was no user, no nothing. I allow my defense to play on their own.
And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
He's another player that I kept on this team and developed into a superstar as well.
Following the interception, that's the good news.
Well, let's go, Carlos.
The spot that they're in, that's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. At FedEx Field, it's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me, bro? All those linemen right there and they don't touch nobody? Like, come on, man.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set. Go.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Shot. 17. Set.
Back to throw. Callahan. Out route to Hill. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane. Gets past one man. 70 yards now on the ground.
Oh, this thing gonna go down to the wire, man.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters.
That's one thing I like about these realistic franchises, bro. It's always close when it should be close. Tyreek.
They want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Yellow, line, opposite, green, Smith, red.
Again, it's Achane. Oh, what a move. A solid stiff arm. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue.
That's another bad thing. I should have paid more attention to Raheem Foster. He's very injury prone. Like, he gets hurt damn near every game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive.
It's like when he's healthy, he's really, really good. But he stays hurt.
In this case, unsuccessful.
Now the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Set, hut. Ready,
Looking to throw. Callahan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd down. Callahan. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
here we go, set.
Back to throw. Callahan. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right.
Secondary to get home.
Of course. Somebody's fucking sitting right there. Of course.
It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Extra point for
Oh yeah, this one's over.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
We get our 2nd loss of the season, guys. To a very good Dolphins team.
Returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Their defense is legit.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Now Washington down by 11. A minute 54 on the clock. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Flushed out right.
God damn, like, can't even outrun a fucking lineman, bro.
And he goes down. Now a stoppage here.
Shit is,
Looks like we've got a
be real.
up on the play. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Save it. The time's definitely running out.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Dude, like, what the fuck? Like, bro, okay, man.
And incomplete. They had to go go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So
we're 10-2.
Proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry! 65.
They go play action here on first down. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late, not in a lopsided game like this.
Man.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You win some, you lose some.
And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Come on.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Like, everybody's covered. You can't do nothing. Like, okay, I'm done.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49.
Like, this shit is ridiculous, man.
Black swap. Check pink.
Achane gets it from the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check white. Ready.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second,
I hope we see him again.
Kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen.
It's all good, man. Alright, guys, see y'all next week.